Hello everyone, it's me again, and it is Saturday, January 9th, and I'm pretty excited to be filming a new writing vlog, I'm not gonna lie to you. So if you watched my update video on where I've been, I mentioned that I've just been handwriting heartlines at the moment. So I have 7.5 pages this size, not loose leaf or anything. One is a full chapter, one is the end of a chapter that I didn't finish back in November. And I'm just very excited to get into it and to type it up today and see if it's as productive as I thought it was, I guess. So I'm excited to do that. It is 7:32 in the morning. I've been up since 4 something. I can't really sleep late most of the time, but so I got up and I showered, which is why my freaking hair is all fluffy and doesn't know what to do with itself. This is my first coffee. I haven't had coffee, I've just been drinking soda. I'd love to say I was drinking water and being healthy, and I was not. I was drinking soda. But first cup of coffee, I'm ready to write. So yeah, I don't really have anything, I guess, to talk about now that I'm thinking about it. Before I jump into writing though, I gotta say this will probably be a 2-part vlog. I'll probably film part 1 today, and then part 2 tomorrow, and then edit the days together, and it'll probably go up on Monday or Tuesday. That is the tentative goal. I'm just trying to get better at filming and at producing content. I did also have an idea. I kind of wrote a little script for a video that I thought it would be nice to kind of make a video about my experience as an autistic woman. It wouldn't really be writing related, it would definitely be more personal, and I don't plan to make a habit of personal vlogs on this channel, but you know, a lot of people are kind of confused when I tell them I have autism. A lot of people don't really know what it entails in an adult woman. I just thought it could be a nice informative video and a way to use my platform, however small it is, to bring awareness to certain things. I don't know, so I might do that sometime next week too, I'm not sure. But yeah, so I have a new keyboard. This is a Logitech. I bought it for my iPad, but I just love the, it's very gentle and soft, and I love that, and obviously it's pink, so I had to have it. I am not using Scrivener anymore, at least for now. It does this thing where it changes my line spacing without me doing anything, and it still shows as 1.5, which is my preferred line spacing, but the text itself looks closer to 1 point or something. Yeah, 1 point line spacing. And so I have to change it to 2.5 in order for it to look the way I want it to, but even then it doesn't look like the rest of the doc. It's very weird and it pisses me off, so I'm not using Scrivener right now. Not to mention, my Scrivener started acting up because I apparently didn't have the latest update, even though I update every time it gives me an update. So I'm just not using it right now. I'm using Pages. I have tried to find a suitable alternative to Scrivener, like Storyist, but I just don't like any of it. Scrivener has been my jam since 2014, and it's very disappointing to me that I'm having so many issues with it. So for now, I'm just using the free Pages app on my Mac. So yeah, here is what I will be typing up. And I'm kind of excited because, well, I used to handwrite all my stories in high school, so it's been very nostalgic to me to write this way, but also it's almost like this is the first draft and what I'm typing will be the second draft, so I'm excited because I feel like the hard part's already done. I'm just transcribing it and making it better. I don't know if transcribe was the right word in that situation, but it's what I used. But yeah, so the hard work is done. The scene is written, I'm just making it better and bringing it to life, so I'm really excited to actually get into this. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into writing. Alright, so I finished the chapter that I was working on. And I realized at the beginning I didn't tell you anything about where I was with this story. So I'm going to tell you now. Chapter 13 is the chapter that I had left off on back in November. In November, when I gave up on Nano, I had about 37,333 words in this draft, give or take like chapter headings basically, because I need chapter headings, and you know, there's no way to just not count them the way that I include them. So yeah, and it was like 104 pages in pages with my formatting, which is Times New Roman, 12 point size, 1.5 line spacing. So before this week, so last week when I was still in isolation and stuff is when I was reading what I had and going through it, and I was kind of editing it as I went along and just cutting out stuff that didn't work, you know, taking out useless things and fixing grammar stuff. But I ended up taking it from 37,333 to 36,207. Again, give or take because of chapter headings. So I took it from 104 pages down to 94 pages. So I was on page 94 before I started writing this morning. So I just finished chapter 13. Today I wrote 1,345 words. It's a little disappointing because I feel like if I had taken my laptop to work this week and actually typed and didn't handwrite, you know, I could have got 1,345 words, you know, in one day. So it feels, as much as I'm enjoying having it already written and I just have to type it up, I feel like it's definitely affecting not my productivity, but my production, if that makes sense. Because I'm obviously being productive all week, I'm writing all week, but I'm producing so many less words, so many fewer words than I would be if I were typing every day and not handwriting every day. But I'm having fun, and I did enjoy this chapter. It's hard for me because in this chapter the mean girl Addison is kind of just being a jerk to Paz, and it's always hard for me to write characters like that because I'm obviously, you know, I might be biased, but I don't think of myself as much of a jerk, so it's hard for me to get into a mean mindset, which I know as an author you kind of have to do. You know, I write villains, so obviously I have a little bit of meanness in me, but in terms of just that shallow, surface level meanness of your stereotypical high school bully, it's hard for me to get into that mindset. I also don't want it to be laughable. I mean, it sucks. I've been listening to the soundtrack for the Mean Girls Broadway show, and I love the Mean Girls movie, so I don't want to get too Mean Girl-esque because obviously the movie and the Broadway show are silly and you're not supposed to take it seriously. So as I'm writing Addison, I have to kind of keep reeling it in because I'm like, this is too much of a caricature of a mean girl. But I actually like how I did what I did. I think I am bringing in a kind of vulnerability to Addison, and I kind of, I made her, because Serena's also in this scene, and Addison basically wants to be friends with Serena, so she's just, you know, very familiar with her all the time. And at one point she calls Serena Rena, and Serena's like, you know, don't call me that. And I had made Addison say something like, yeah, that sounded better in my head. So I'm trying to give Addison an actual character so she's not just a mean girl. And it's exciting because I do have big plans for Addison in the future. So yeah, I actually really like what I wrote today. And it definitely was easier having kind of the blueprint in my journal. But yeah, so I will be going on to chapter 14, which is typed up in its entirety, written in its entirety in here. But I'm not looking forward to this because this is like a volleyball game during gym class, and I mean, A, I was never good in gym class, B, I don't know anything about volleyball, and C, I'm not good at writing action-y scenes, so that's not going to be fun. But it's important because as a werewolf, Paz has a lot of prowess and she's good at sports, and this is a scene where she kind of is proving herself, I guess, and it impresses Serena, and it's a good scene in my head. I just gotta make sure that I write it as good as I can to the best of my ability. So yeah, but first, as you can see by my color changing mug, the bit of coffee that I have has gone cold, so I have to go make myself a new cup of coffee first, and then I'm probably gonna stop, talk to my boyfriend, and maybe eat something, So yeah, I'm gonna go do all that, and then I'm gonna be back to work on chapter 14. Alright, so I spent a little longer than I thought I would. It's 9:31, I have eaten, spent a little time with my boyfriend. I did not get any more coffee because after I ate, I decided I didn't want to put more hot coffee on top of what I ate. I'm really weird with my coffee. If it was iced coffee, I wouldn't have a problem, but it was hot coffee. So I just got another soda. We feed the squirrels outside on our balcony. We get a lot considering we live on the 3rd floor, but so we always have a host of like peanuts and bird seed and stuff out for all our little animals. And there was a new squirrel out there. I could tell he was new because he didn't know how to get to the bird feeder. The way we have it hanging, squirrels can hang upside down or like lean to eat the seeds, and he didn't know how to do that, so I could tell he was new. And I was just watching him. I wanted to make sure he got something to eat. I put out some pecans, and he had a pecan. So I was like, alright, I can go back to the office now. So yes, I am ready to start for chapter 14. I moved away from my big monitor because it was just bothering me today. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling good on the big monitor, so I unplugged it and I am just back to my laptop. But yeah, so I'm just going to jump into chapter 14. Okay, so I finished chapter 14. I kind of just left all of the volleyball action kind of vague. Something that I feel like I typically would do normally is research it and then go far too much into detail about volleyball to the point where it's like, okay, is this a werewolf story or is this a volleyball story? So I just decided to keep it vague because it's not like it's super important to the story or anything. It's just literally one gym class out of hundreds that pass will happen this school year. So I just kept the volleyball stuff vague, and everything else was great to write. A little tiny bit more character development for Addison, and a ton of romantic development because this chapter was from Paz's point of view, and there are a lot of instances where she's thinking about how pretty Serena is and how Serena makes her feel, like, you know, the bottomless stomach feeling and feeling like you're kind of floating and gravity doesn't exist. I assume that happens to other people. That's what's happened to me before when I've had crushes. So this chapter was really important to kind of show Paz noticing how Serena makes her feel. Yeah, so I finished the chapter, obviously because I had finished it in my journal, and this chapter was 2,482 words, and so my total for today was 3,827 words. So what I wrote all week was, you know, like 7.5 pages in here, and it came to under 4,000 words at the end of the week. So I definitely don't feel more productive, because if I had just taken my laptop to work every day and wrote on my lunch breaks that way, I probably would have ended up with over 5,000 words, you know, and today would have been spent typing up brand new words to possibly bring me to 6,000 or even 7,000 words. So it's definitely a much slower process, but it just was a lot easier for me, and it gives me the nostalgia of getting to handwrite again, and it's like writing a first draft and a second draft all at once. So I don't know, I might do this again for this coming week. I might do it again. So yeah, it is 10:44, and I think I want to play around on my iPad a little bit, maybe practice drawing or work on like digital planning. I have been using my bullet journal, but I've also discovered digital planning and I really like that. So I think I'm going to get off of here for now, but I do plan on filming tomorrow, and who knows, maybe tomorrow I will write like a ton of words to where I catch up to where I would be normally if I was typing this whole week. So it is Sunday, January 10th. It is 8:42 in the morning, and I'm going to be totally real with y'all. I kind of don't feel like doing anything. I woke up around like 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I just was having like sinus problems, you know, face was hurting, I was stuffy, I felt very blah. So I kind of just chilled. I finished reading this book that I was reading, I did my bullet journal spread for this coming week, and I have made some iced coffee, and I was going to get ready to write, and I kind of just don't feel like it. I started in a writing journal. I did start the next chapter. I just don't know if I feel like writing anything today. Yesterday, me and my boyfriend went to his parents' house for Christmas dinner because we weren't able to go, you know, on Christmas like we would have liked because of COVID. And we were there pretty late, and then we stayed up kind of late last night because football was on. But yeah, so I haven't done anything today really because I was just tired from last night. Like I said, I started my next chapter, which will be chapter 15, I think, and I think I actually want to put together a digital notebook on my iPad for Heartlines because I'm using GoodNotes. It's an app. I use it for my digital planning and digital bullet journaling because even though I have a legitimate bullet journal, I just was curious about digital planning. So right now I'm doing both just to determine which I like more, but I really like the GoodNotes app. I just like being able to open up Safari and copy a picture and then just go and paste it in a notebook the way you would do with a regular notebook, except it doesn't involve printing out the picture, using glue, just click and drag, and I'm really liking that. I like to set up little character pages or aesthetic pages, and I don't know, it's just really fun, and so I might actually do that today, and it's a way for me to work on Heartlines without actually working on Heartlines, if that makes sense. Because like I said, I just don't feel like writing. Everything yesterday was nice, but it was really draining, and it's, Sunday, gotta go back to work tomorrow. So I think I'm gonna do the GoodNotes thing and possibly write a little more in here, but I'm not going to do any typing today. So whatever I write in here today will probably be saved until next weekend when I type up everything I write over the week. Because I'm going to try it again this week where all of my writing goes in here and then I type it all up on the weekend, because even though I didn't produce as many words as I normally would, I did feel a lot better when I was typing it up, because a friend of mine on Instagram pointed out that even though it takes her longer, she uses this method too because she feels like she has less to edit when she's actually, writing it, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. So I'm gonna try again this week and just do handwriting entirely the whole week, and then Friday night or Saturday morning type it all up like I did this weekend. So yeah, I'm not gonna ramble too much. I don't know how long yesterday's footage was, but those are my plans today. I'm going to play around in GoodNotes, and if I like, the digital notebook I make, and you would want to see it, maybe I'll make a video about that. I've shared a little bit on Instagram, I think, because I had first just discovered GoodNotes back in December, so I played around with that a lot when I was, I guess, coping with McLovin's death. I played around a lot with GoodNotes, and I learned it, and was using it for my trash fiction that's not going anywhere. So yeah, that's my plan. I'm gonna get this footage uploaded, get it edited as soon as possible. I'm going to have it up no later than Tuesday. I might film, I mentioned yesterday that I want to film a video, a personal video about my autism, so I might film that this week, and on the weekend I will film another writing blog detailing, week 2 of the handwriting process. So yeah, I'm just going to end this vlog here. Like, comment, and subscribe, all that fun stuff down below. I hope you liked this video. I know it kind of wasn't an important video or anything, but I don't know. I like this method, the handwriting thing, because I know I've mentioned it before, but it's very nostalgic for me just because it's how I used to write things, and it feels a little more relaxing. Like when I'm typing, I'm in this mindset of words, words, words. I need my word count to go up, gotta pump up those numbers or whatever. And when you're doing handwriting, you don't have that issue because there's no automatic word counter just tallying up your words. And it feels like a more relaxing process, so I'm enjoying it. What about you? Do you like to handwrite your stories sometimes? I used to only do it when I had writer's block, but I don't know, might stick with it for a little while. But yeah, so I will see y'all in my next video, and yeah, thank you so much for watching.